I'm one of those guys who I've always found in my life I've been first to run into an emergency situation, or I'm running towards it while a lot of people are running away. When I was 14, I was actually one of my first jobs. I was working at a restaurant as a busser and bussing tables, and I look out a window and a car got rear-ended by another car, and the car that got hit exploded and caught in the flame. First thing I did as a 14-year-old kid is I ran out the door and started pulling people out of the car. So, I have a bit more of an advantage in that I have a psych degree and I have worked mental health with kids, so I have an understanding. I worked on the need crisis line when I was back in university. I've had some training in university on counseling and empathic listening and reflective listening and stuff like that. So I have that as a bit more of an advantage. Mental health seems to be on the increase, and I feel that the police are kind of the last rung on that ladder as people kind of bounce through the system and no one can really deal with people. If you have a guy on the street who's in psychosis, who do people call? They call the police to deal with it, right? Pretty much 25% of our calls have a mental health component to it. So if you look at it, it's 100 calls a day, you're looking at 25 calls a day where it has a mental health component. So those are calls where that can be anything from a suicidal person, or if someone's been recalled to hospital on a mental health warrant, or a lot of the times what we get are calls of people acting oddly, or people screaming in the street, or people scaring somebody or something. If you want to talk pure dollars and cents and resources being eaten up, it's the methamphetamine. I've been saying this for years, and I've been seeing just this wave of methamphetamine coming in, and it is wreaking havoc on the city. Like I don't know how else to describe it. It's just wreaking havoc. It's chaos out there because of it. And again, going back to what I said earlier, it's because we're the last rung on the ladder. These people out there who are in crisis or something's happening to them, they kind of fall down the ladder until they land into our laps, and then we're the people who are sort of relied upon to do something about it. There's nothing really after us. We're pretty much the only profession where we're hated for doing our job and we're hated for not doing our job. So it puts us in a hard spot. Unfortunately, we see things and we go to things and that not everybody can deal with, and it's tough. Probably the hardest part of the job is going to someone's house, knocking on the door and sitting them down and telling them that their child's dead or passed away, or having to do that next of kin notification. That's probably, and any police officer would probably say that's probably the worst part of the job, is having to go there and tell a mother that your son has died.
What sort of coping mechanisms have you come up with? Because I can't imagine how difficult that job must be, and how difficult it must be to separate your personal life from it. Because I'm sure at some point you have to have that separation just for your mental health. So what sort of coping mechanisms or characteristics have you sort of adapted?
Me personally, I do transcendental meditation. So nice. I do that twice a day. And it helps immensely. And it's actually really good because it's a program that our department started through our employee wellness program. We got a grant to try this out. I know Central Saanich Police did it, and they saw great success with it. So we tried it. So I was luckily one of the people who's chosen to try it out, and I absolutely love it. It's nice for a person I'm a very busy person. I'd like to keep busy. I don't like to sit. It's nice to have that 20 minutes or 40 minutes a day where it forces me to sit, relax my body, and just the results of that are huge. So I'm finding that I sleep better. I'm able to manage stress better. My thinking is better. I'm able to just do my job that much better. The transcendental meditation has been huge.